to justify the Iraq War. The vice president is scheduled to testify at the trial. That will be a historic moment. There'll also be some media history made in that courtroom. Bloggers will claim seats beside members of the mainstream media. I guess they put that in quotes, mainstream. Jackie Schechner knows the bloggers as well as anybody in our shop.
I do.
And this is a big deal, isn't it?
It is. Well, it's been a long-standing debate of whether bloggers or journalists, should they be treated like the mainstream press? Well, the trial of Scooter Libby will be a trial for bloggers, too.
Bloggers have been all over the Valerie Plame CIA leak case since the story broke in 2003, digging for information and keeping the story in the public eye. Now they'll be able to closely monitor the latest twists and turns in person from inside the federal courthouse at the trial of Louis Scooter Libby.
We see bloggers as an opportunity to take advantage of a new growing trend in the media landscape to inform the public.
The Media Bloggers Association is all about getting bloggers access. They worked out a deal with the federal judiciary for 2 seats in an overflow room. James Joyner runs the conservative blog Outside the Beltway and will be one of at least 12 bloggers rotating in and out of those seats.
I mean, it's unique in the sense, again, that you've got sort of ordinary citizens with day jobs covering the trial. Will we have any brilliant insights that, that the scores of other reporters out there covering the thing won't have? I don't know.
While this is the first time independent bloggers, those not affiliated with mainstream news organizations, are getting credentials for a federal trial, it is not the first time bloggers have scored high-level access. In March 2005, Garrett Graff was the first blogger ever invited into a White House press briefing. He says, take these so-called milestones with a grain of salt.
They're almost certainly initially overblown. It's great that bloggers are getting this additional access. It's always great to get more voices out there. But the truth of the matter is that very few bloggers have the resources or the time to go out and do original reporting.
Now we know that there will actually be 5 media seats reserved for bloggers, the 2 that the Media Bloggers Association have put aside, plus 3 additional seats. It'll be interesting to see as the trial goes on and on how many of those bloggers will actually make it to the end. Miles.
Well, it's always good to have more voices, I guess, right?
Sure, but I think that there's the question of journalistic integrity, and I think people need to make the distinction between a mainstream media journalist who's tied to a mainstream media organization and someone who's a blogger, independent, self-published, who has their own opinion. And you have to read those blog entries as if they are opinion.
And not vetted like we vet them.
They have no editorial process or very limited editorial process in comparison.
All right, Jackie, thank you very much.
Anytime.
A big